What's up everybody, it's the Fire Specialist here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Blazing Emerald. Last time, we began our journey here in the Hoenn region, the Blazing side of it anyways. And we started off with our first Pokemon, our starter Pokemon. Welcome back, Pikachu. Yeah, I know we used it in Pokemon Yellow, but just wait till you see the upgrades Pikachu has in this game. And, yeah, we basically began our journey. Today, we're gonna continue on our way to Petalburg City, home of where our dad is gym leader. And perfect, Zigzagoon. We would like to actually capture a couple of Zigzagoon. Hopefully they have the correct ability. Yeah, Zigzagoon are Pokemon that have the pickup ability. So because of that, we can actually get some items as we fill out our team. Doesn't hurt to capture a couple of them. Hopefully this one has pickup. It does not. So we're gonna capture some and hopefully we get pickup. Alright, we have our 5 Zigzagoons. We're gonna go and see if any of them have pickup. I did forget to make mention of it. In this game, when you capture a Pokemon, you still gain experience. So there is that additional fact as well. So we already know this one does not have pickup. How about Pokemon number 2? That's 1 pickup. Not 1. That's 2 pickups. And not 1. So not the most impressive haul. We're going to go get rid of some of these Zigzagoons here. And then we're going to do a little bit of shopping. Alright, now that we finally have a Pokemon and stuff like that, we can go talk to this person. I'm running a special promotion for Pokemon March right now. Can I get you to come with me? Normally, this person would give you a potion. This is a Pokemon March. Just look for our blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Here, I like to give this to you as a promotional item. She gives you the Pokeball. It's a very rare ball, typically only given out during special events, but should I say it for just the right moment. I actually don't know what this does. I think it might just be similar to like a Premier Ball. I could be wrong. I'll probably look it up at some point. But we do have a Pokeball again though, but for free. But here is the Pokemon though. We do have a little bit of money. Let's go ahead and buy some Pokeballs here. Yeah, if you hit right button, you can go up by 10. We should get ourselves a Premier Ball still, yeah. Pick up some potions. We already have 2. Pick up 2 more though. Yeah, just in case, this is why I lost some money. I have antidotes and I already got paralyzed heals. We'll pick up an extra Pokeball. Oh, I forgot they're a little cheaper in this game. Never mind. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick up. They're $100 a piece. That's really good, actually. Drop ourselves down to $1,000. And we're gonna try and capture at least 1 more pickup Zigzagoon. Pikachu, in the process, has grown to level 8. And as you see, everybody in the party gets experience. This is the Generation 6 experience share, basically. Now, do you have pickup? Good God, you don't. Alright, after capturing 9 Zigzagoon total, we got 3 Pokemon for pickup. I am fine with just 3 Pokemon for pickup. They will occasionally pick up items after battles. But now, welcome to Route 102. This is a very interesting route. Once again, I will show you the deck scan. There are 7 land Pokemon here. Some repeats from the previous route. However, there are some other new Pokemon here, of course. Now, I don't have everything memorized, so I will just tell you guys stuff by example. Let's see if it'll pop up right now. No, but you can get routes here. So there is that. If you want a Psychic type, it is a slow Pokemon to get going. Oh, and ooh, we actually wouldn't be able to use our Thundershock on it. I'm not going to catch it. I don't plan to use routes. But the Pokemon that you can find here, though, I've used in Crystal before, not here on the channel, but I used it in my very first Blazing Emerald playthrough, Ooh, and there's Shinx here as well. If you're familiar with Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, this is a good early mon Intimidate Pokemon. I'm probably gonna get hate for this, but I'm not a big fan of Luxury. Physical electric moves are far and few in between. You'll get like Thunder Fang, you'll probably get the Elemental Fang, because there is an egg, there's an egg move tutor I mean. So late game you can get Ice Fang and Fire Fang, which is not Stab. You'll get Crunch. If you're gonna use it, pick up Intimidate. And naturally, I'm not able to find it. My luck today is abysmal. Does this one have at least Intimidate? No. Its other ability is Rivalry, which gives you a 25% damage boost to the same gender, and you lose 25% of your power if it's the opposite gender. So there's that. So I'll just go ahead and tell you then. The other Pokemon on this route that you can get that I am a big fan of is Poliwag. Yeah, you can get Poliwag in this game. This early too. Youngster me would like to battle. And another Shinx. Yeah, you get Poliwag. It evolves into Politoed or Poliwrath, depending on your evolutionary method. This one is Intimidate also. Our tackle's now lower in power. And it has Scratch. Now you can tackle yourself. Tackle in this game, by the way, has 40 power and 95 accuracy. So it's kind of a mix of a couple of previous iterations of tackle. But back to Poliwag though, it's a good water type. Getting moves like Water Gun and Hypnosis. If you evolve it into Politoed, it gains access to moves like Perish Song. And if you use it, you get a Poliwrath, you get a fighting typing and moves like Dynamic Punch and Mind Eater. Obviously, as a water type, they both get ice type attacks as well, like Ice Punch or Ice Beam. And you get Belly Drum on Poliwrath as well, as a Poliwhirl, I do believe. So, I used it for Poliwrath, so I can definitely recommend it. It's a good water type, especially given the fact that the first gym is, of course, a rock type gym. Bug catcher Rick Devins. Not too long ago, Survivor 50 wrapped up. Kinda wish Devins would have won, but I'm okay with an Aubrey win. Terrible editing, by the way, but what can you do when you got a cast of 24 people? We'll go for the Thunder Shock. Also, Poliwag's pretty easy to use. It has a stab move early on, and we get our quick attack. Other Pokemon gaining them levels. You can turn off the experience share, but that falls underneath a more difficult version of the game. So, turning off the experience share, you would end up turning off a couple of other features that you would have an actual level cap implemented. That is a hard level cap, not a neutral level cap. Yeah, crit Poison Sting. Just in case, let's just look at that. And we get a crit ourselves. Now, this is, of course, like I said before, not a Nuzlocke, so I'm not too worried about the difficulty of the game. That is a defensive Zigzagoon, by the way. Oh my god. Also, like I said before, love the music in this game. They use Gen 4 tracks, and I prefer Cinder music to Hoenn. Absolutely. What is up with that one Zigzagoon? Hey, we have an item, by the way. Is it you? It's you. You have probably one of the worst. Oh, you have an escape rope. All right, cool. Free escape rope. They're not that cheap. They're like $5.50, and we can't even get one yet. You have a bold nature. 12. You have defense up, attack down. That's a terrible nature. And you have brave. Attack up, speed down. Well, we're not using Zigzagoons for battle. We're using them for the pickup abilities. Alright, we will be coming across some berries here. So yes, the Berry Manilow joke is returning. You found 5 orange berries. Now in base Hoenn, these are like 2 per tree. So do you want to pick the orange Berry Maniloos? Yes. Now, you know what? I think Berry Manilow probably works the best for the game with the rival with Berry. So I probably won't do it, but I mean, that YouTube group will always be hilarious though. Well, you should listen to a little Berry Manilow. And we get 5 Petra Berries. They cure poison. Oh, obviously, let's not forget this guy. Did you just become a trainer? We're both beginners. And this is a randomizer nest, like it could be a... What is this guy's name? Champion Allen. Yeah, this could be Champion Allen. But he's following the advice. He's got pickup mons on his side as well. Go for a Thunder Shock. Thunder Wave, by the way, is the updated version as well. It can miss. Off screen, it has missed 3 times so far. So, lovely. Something about this Zigzagoon, though, it's not a bad Pokemon for your team. It gets Stab Tackle, which, you know, most starter Pokemon in the earlier days of Pokemon don't start out with a Stab move. They start off with, like, Pound, Tackle, or Scratch. Nowadays, since Gen 6, you start off with, a normal move and your stab option. But in this case, after all, Pikachu even started out with Tackle instead of Thunder Shock. But Zigzagoon starts off with Stab Tackle, which would stab at 60 power. Later on, it gets access to Stab Headbutt, which is underrated in my opinion. And later on, in probably the mid to later game, you can get access to Belly Drum, which is also just an incredible option to maximize your attack as a Linoon. I called you because I thought I could beat you. Nope, and we're already level 10. You might skip you for actually. Oh, hold on, no. Oh, dagnabbit. I was gonna say I can skip you for training. Training will be a little awkward since there is the max experience share. The universal experience share. But it shouldn't be too hard to get Pokemon leveled up though, especially if they're like late game Pokemon. Grinding shouldn't be too necessary. But when I say that this game has late game, post game bosses that go up to level 100, plus the Battle Frontier, which I will cover. Yeah, we're gonna need every single level. We're looking at level 10 Pikachu right now. Hey, look, there's the headbutt. 70 power. That makes it 105. Yeah, we're looking at level 10 Pikachu. We might be having a level 100 one day. And here's a Poliwag. Fun fact, during preparation for this project, I found a shiny Poliwag. Which, by the way, shiny odds. They are increasing this game from normal games. If I believe correctly, the shiny odds are 1 in 1,000. So we might have a playthrough shiny on our hands. Who knows? And that's Tiana. Alright. And of course, what I was trying to do is get down here, because there is a potion. Yeah, free potion. When money is scarce, go get yourself the free items. But we're now in Petalburg City. Our dad's town is only 1 town over. And that's it for today's episode. I'm just kidding. It's only a 13-minute episode. We're not doing those short-ass episodes. This ain't old YouTuber. It has to be 11 minutes. We have an item, though. X attack. We won't use the X items. They are good. If you need to use them, they are great. But we're not going to. Let's stop by the Pokémon real quick, like. Because we can actually sell the X items. And plus they have other items as well, like the escape rope, the rappel, and actually some X items too. Alright, Petalburg City. There's not much we can really do here. We can try and leave, but yeah, this guy won't even let us get to the edge of town. Hiya, are you maybe a rookie trainer? Yeah, they got someone like this in every Pokemon game. He's in Pewter City. There's a guy that blocks you from leaving Violet City. He points you to the gym. You should go challenge the gym. Except this is not the first gym. This is just our dad's gym. What if it isn't fire? So you're all finished moving in. So, you guys should know the law. of how Norman and his family are originally from Johto. So what I wonder is, he says, have you finished moving in? So how long has he been down here compared to us? That's what I want to know. Plus, we don't play as this character in Johto. We play as Ethan, Gold. This is Brendan. So, where is Brendan in the Johto games? That's what I'm kind of curious about. I kind of wish they would pull like an anime here and gave us Brendan as like a trainer somewhere else or something, or like as an NPC you can talk to, as like a plot device to go into Hoenn the way we have Harrison in the Johto League. I'm surprised you managed to get here by yourself. Oh, I see, you're with your Pokemon. Then I guess you're gonna become a trainer like me, Fire. That's great news. I'll be looking forward to it. I'd like to get a Pokemon, please. Oh, hello, Wally. So you decided you're ready to raise your first Pokemon? I'm going to stay with my relatives in Verdanturf Town. I thought I'd be lonely by myself, so I wanted to take a Pokemon along. But I've never caught a Pokemon before. I see. Fire, you heard that, right? Go with Wally and make sure that he safely catches a Pokemon. Fire, thank you. But I'd like to do this on my own, if that's alright. I have been sheltered for as long as I can remember. I can't keep relying on others to take care of me. I want to catch my first Pokemon by myself. Wally, you can do it, Kakashi. Go out and catch your very first Pokemon. I'll loan you one of my Pokemon to help keep you safe. Here, take these Pokeballs as well. And we give him Norman, Zigzagoon, and 5 Pokeballs. Fire will never be here if you run into any trouble. Thank you so much. I promise I can do this. Fire and Norman, I won't let you down. Fire, Wally's been sickly since he was little. His family has always cared for him. Perhaps seeing how quickly you become a trainer has inspired the boy to go off on his own. I think Wally looks up to you, Fire. I know you'll set a good example for him. You are the son of a great gym leader after all. Ha ha ha! And yeah, we get to skip a whole cutscene, which means we don't get to be teased by the possibility of him finding a shiny route. Oh? Excuse me. Now this is going to be a little awkward because the gym guide voices I do Scott from the Battle Frontier series and on Pokemon. Well, this is Scott, so I gotta think of a different voice for them. Let me guess from the way you're dressed. Are you a Pokemon trainer? Well, maybe not. Your clothes aren't all that dirty. You're either a rookie trainer, or maybe you're just an ordinary kid. I'm roaming the land and searching talented trainers. I'm sorry to have taken your time. We will definitely be running into him at a later time. But first, Route 104. Some other good Pokemon are here, like I'm pretty positive, unless it changed. This is where you can get the regional bird, Talo. So let's head on up here because before we fight the trainer, oh, there's Hoppip. So maybe it did change. Hoppip though, I thought about using it, but honestly, it's not. I don't like it. I simply don't. It's a grass and flying type. So if you need a grass type, you didn't start out with like a grass type here, and you need a flying type, there's that. Wingull also a Pokemon you can find a bit earlier, being water and flying. Water and grass is good for the first gym. You just have to be very careful because they are part flying type. So those rock types are still going to do a lot of damage. Can we get by you without being found? Perfect. Before we take care of the trainers on Petalburg Woods, on the last route, there's something here that we want to find. Oh! And here's our first instance if you didn't pick up a custom starter of a Hoennian Pokemon. This is Hoennian Venonat. It is a bug and dark type. Yes, I will be doing my best to give you guys a bit of info about this Pokemon. I told you I did research. I want to do a proper Let's Play of this game. But yeah, this is Hoennian Venonat. Like I said, it's a bug and dark type. It can be found here in the Petalburg Woods. It has a split evolution. At level 31, if you have a male Venonat, it will evolve into Miramoth. Miramoth, whatever you want to call it. It's the speedier of the two evolutions, and it's also the more bulkier as well. Actually, no. I forgot. I wrote down my... Of course I would make that mistake still. No. I won't make this mistake going forward, but I wrote down my stats wrong. I'll just tell you these. Miramoth has HP of base 80, attack of base 65, defense of base 100, a speed of 55, special attack of 85, and a special defense of 100. So Miramoth is actually the slower one with a base speed of 55 and has decent special attack of 81. At level 31, if you have a female Venonat, as you see here on the screen, you'll evolve into Lucamoth. Lucamoth, though, changes its typing compared to Venonat and Miramoth. They are bug dark. Lucamoth is bug and fairy type. It does have a good speed of 105, but its special attack is even higher at 115. So if you want a speedy special attacker, go for Lucamoth. They get abilities like Illuminate, and the male one gets Elusive, which I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but the female one gets an ability called Tactician. Not Technician, but Tactician, which is basically this version of Tinted Lens, which ups the power of not very effective attacks. So yeah, my first time playing through the game, I did indeed capture Hoennian Venonat. I'll talk about my experiences as we go along. So yeah, I had an interesting team. I had Pikachu, Venonat, and Poliwag. That would be the only time I have used a Venonat actually in a playthrough, despite it being a fake Venonat. But still. Now Pikachu, that's not how we want to start off the series. It does have that utility confusion issue. That's not bad though. I think it's maybe is it 1 in... It might be 1 in 3 to hit yourself, because they have other updates too. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I can recommend it. Lucamoth's good, being bug and fairy type. But that's not the Pokemon we're actually looking for. I'm glad we found it because I wanted to go over it. But find a tiny mushroom here. Another selling item. And I don't know how rare it is. Oh, Ladybug. Such a disappointment. You need an evolution. Hopefully in Winds and Waves, we've seen Ledian. Hopefully in Winds and Waves, you have an evolution from Ledian. Ladybug, Ledian. Actually, I've already created one. I'll show it off to the channel here eventually. But I mean, poor Ladybug. You just suck. Pikachu does go to level 11 though after defeating the Ladybug. Here's another mechanic I had not mentioned yet. Wild double battles are a thing, just like in Black and White. You can find 2 wild Pokemon at the same time. You can only capture one of them, and only at a time where one of them is left. So be very careful, especially when it comes to damage output, spread damage, and all that stuff. Make sure you know how much damage you're going to be doing, and make sure you target the right Pokemon. As you see, we're going to use Thunder Shock. The Pokemon that we will aim at will blink. So we can either use Thunder Shock on Caterpie or Thunder Shock as Shroomish. Well, I found it in the midst of a double battle. Yeah, I want to capture Ferocity. That's going to be our first Pokemon that we capture for our team to go alongside our Pikachu. We're going to Thunder Shock the Ladybug, and I guess we'll headbutt the Ferocity. Yeah. I felt like I was looking for the legendary beast of Johto all over again. We couldn't find the thing, but Ferocity is the rarer encounter in here. And I guess we'll go ahead and talk about some of the other wild Pokemon in here, though. Yay, it does have Iron Bulbs. I love that ability. And we got the Flinch. Alright, let's go for a Thunder Wave and a Headbutt. Some of the other Pokemon you can find in here, though, being Caterpie, Shroomish, and Slackoth. Caterpie, if you want a Pokemon with Compound Eye Sleep Powder, that's the one you want. You can get it here at level 7. And you can actually evolve it in just 3 levels to Butterfree, having to just do a little bit in the Metapod stage. It gets access to Compound Sleep Powder, it gets access to flying type moves, psychic type attacks, stuff like that. Shroomish, though, is probably your best option. It does get access to Spore. I don't know if they changed it to where Breloom gets Spore or not. I'll give you the Premier Ball. But it is an option for Spore, being a 100% accurate sleep move, along with Mach Punch. Once it evolves into Breloom, you do get that fighting typing. And then you of course have Slackoth. A pain early on being a weaker Pokemon, Vigoroth can of course attack every turn, and the reason why I say that is because of Truant. Slackoth has Truant, which means it only attacks every other turn. On turn 2 and turn 4 and turn 6, you will loaf around and not be able to do anything. Slaking has that ability as well, but it's got stats out the wazoo to back it up. It has Kyogre and Groudon level stats. So if you can get around that Truant, you can smack things in a turn or 2 and be good. If you do go ahead and catch it, I recommend the name Bread. So yeah, we caught our first Pokemon for the team, though. Ferocity, the Thorn Seed Pokemon. When threatened, it attacks by shooting a barrage of spikes, which gives it a chance to escape by rolling away. It is often mistaken for a simple acorn. Yeah, I love Ferocity and Ferrothorn, honestly. Funny fact, I used to call it Ferrothorn. Yeah, don't you see me. I should probably go the other way. But yeah, we're gonna train Ferocity up off screen. You have a great nature! Iron Bulb is first of all great. Typing Grass and Steel, absolutely incredible. Only weaknesses are fighting and a quad weakness to fire. Very defensive. Brave Nature, though, speed lower doesn't matter. Attack higher, that does matter. With Tackle, Harden, Rollout, and Curse. I am excited about you. I'm going to take on the trainers on this route off screen. And next time on Pokemon Blazing Emerald, we're going to go through the Petalburg Woods with our team of 2. See you guys then.